Light comes from many places, but light can be tainted by darkness. Fire is strong, but it can be weak. Find your fire within you and protect it with all your might. Jade Lava. Mystics of the Magic. Chapter 1. Fire. The moon's light shines upon the earth. The children were sleeping in their beds, safe and sound. Jack, the guardian of joy, flew over the town he protected. He flew away to look over the next part of town. It had been 10 years since the 5 guardians sent Pitch, the boogeyman, back into the darkness. Earth was safe since then. But they weren't the only guardians who protected the Earth. In a different reality, in a world called Narium, there were guardians who had protected the Earth for years. Occasionally, they would visit the guardians of childhood to make sure they were doing their jobs. One such guardian, Aqua Aquarius Ocean, the guardian of hope from Narium, had known Jack for the last 300 years. His childish, laid-back personality got on Aqua's nerves. She had constantly reminded Jack that his role as a guardian was important and sacred. He was half of the reason that winter came. If anyone could describe their relationship, it would be a brother and sister type relationship. Good thing Aqua isn't out tonight. Rumbles come from the ground. A moren beast runs through the town, shrieking like 1,000 souls. We almost got it! Aqua and Jade, from the Magna Plains, chase the moren beast through the town. How did this thing get out of the dark gate? I don't know. Aqua looks over to see an alleyway. Follow and contain the beast. I'll cut it off. Aqua uses her water-like wings and flies down the alleyway at top speed. Jade shoots a chain from her magic and wraps itself around the moren beast. With all the strength in her, Jade holds back the moren beast from running away. Oh no you don't, you lousy! As the moren beast struggled, Jade's grip on the ground started to slip. What was I thinking? The moren beast dragged Jade through the town without stopping. Bunny, the guardian of hope from Earth, sleeps on his high hill in the warren. He had been working non-stop for the last 2 months painting his eggs for Easter. He had overworked himself and decided to get some rest. But that plan went to ruin when he heard rumbling from above. The warren was connected to many places on Earth. It was a way for him to know if there was danger. What the bloody hell is going on up there? Bunny gets up from his spot on the hill and creates a travel hole to make his way up to the surface. He jumps out and looks around. Aqua flies past multiple buildings until she sees the moren beast dragging Jade. Aqua flies up and next to the beast. Jade, let go! Jade lets go of the chain and spins out. Aqua jumps onto the beast's back and then comes to the realization that she had no plan to stop the moren beast. What was I thinking? Bunny looks behind him and sees the moren beast running past him. Aqua holding on by the back. Sorry! Bunny's right eye twitches and says in annoyance, Aqua! Aqua looks down at the moren beast's head and says, Okay, pal, this is your stop. Aqua uses her water powers to summon a gunnier-like weapon and stabs the moren beast's back. Jade! Jade runs up and uses her strength to knock the moren beast into a light pole. Aqua jumps off its back and lands on a nearby pole. She jumps down and walks over to the wounded beast. Now to send you back to where you came from. Aqua raises her paw and says, I send you to your destination. Magic flows around the moren beast and makes it vanish in an instant. Mission completed. What were you thinking? Aqua rolled her eyes while Jade looked back to see Bunny jumping down from the building. Bunny, what brings you here? Aqua asks in a sarcastic manner. One thing to know about the relationship between Aqua and Bunny is that the both of them didn't see eye to eye. Sure, they knew what was important, and they had the same goals in mind, but their methods were completely different in terms of bringing hope and light to the children of Earth. So occasionally, they would have unnecessary disagreements. I heard something from above the warren, so I'll ask again. What were you thinking? Aqua shakes her head and says, Look, Bunny, whatever happens that involves with magic or a moren beast is not your concern. It's my concern when it's on Earth, Bunny said with an angry and calm voice. He was starting to get annoyed with Aqua even more. You could have been seen. And we weren't. And as much as I would love to continue this conversation on who's right or wrong, me and Jade have to return to Narium. Aqua summons a portal and walks through it. Bunny sighs in frustration and says in annoyance, How is she a guardian? Be nice, Jade said. You know that her way of thinking is a bit radical, but she means well. Bunny looks at Jade, closes his eyes, and chuckles. What? I just find it funny that you're Aqua's voice of reason, Bunny says. Jade rubs the back of her head and says, Well, when you're the solace of the second in command of Narium, what else can you do? Jade and Bunny both chuckle. I better go. Aqua might be wondering where I am. Jade walks through the portal. What took you so long? Aqua asked. Nothing. Let's get a move on. Race you back to Narium. You're on! Aqua and Jade run through the portal at their highest speed. The end of the portal opens up, and Aqua and Jade fall down. In a swift motion, Aqua and Jade fly upwards and above the town of Narium. The creatures of the town walked by and around. Aqua and Jade land in front of a castle and walk to the entrance. The door opened as Iran is seen to be reading a scroll, passing back and forth while she reads. She looks over at the door and says with a smile, Back so soon? You can't get rid of us that easily, Master, Aqua says. Aqua, you can call me Iran. You're my second in command. Iran had always been Aqua's mentor since she was little. Aqua looked up to Iran for many reasons. Did you catch the moren beast? Yep. But Bunny saw us. Oh, I can only imagine how that turned out. Aqua? Aqua looked down at the floor without moving her head. She then looked at the clock and said in steadfast motion, Oh, look at the time. I need to be on patrol. Bye. Aqua rushed down the stairs and flew off to join the patrol team. Iran sighs and asks, Did they fight? I wouldn't say that. They just had a quarrel. Nothing physical. I see. Did anything else happen? The fire tribe of the Hope Union are moving closer to our borders, Jade says. Do you know why? The leader of the fire tribe thought it would be a good idea to move closer, since summer is almost here, Iran explains. The Earth tribe are moving closer to Narium as well. Is that wise? You and Aqua told me that the elemental tribes have never seen eye to eye. True, but they have come to a compromise. I only hope they don't start a fight again. Is there anything else to report? No, that's all. May I go now? You may. Good night, Jade. You too, Iran. Jade walks down the stairs and out the door. Aqua flies above the town and near the edge of the forest. She looks down and sees the patrol team. Pond, the guardian of imagination, looks up to see Aqua. She waves over to her and says, There you are, Shetty. What took you so long? I had to report in with Iran. Sorry I'm late. Good. Now that everyone is here, we can start the night patrol, Sun says. Pond and Aqua will patrol the south of the village. Crystal and Silver will patrol the north and east. Me and Raven will patrol the rest. Move out. Aqua and Pond fly off to the south while the others fly to their respective areas. A cold breeze flies through the air and Pond gets the chills. It's cold! It's not that bad. It feels nice. I would have thought you would have the same reaction as Bunny. I have no idea what you're talking about. Pond raises an eyebrow. She flips over and says with all her acting skills, "Oh, blimey, it's cold! I can't feel my feet!" Aqua looks at Pond with her right eye twitching from pure annoyance. She knew she would pull a stunt like this sooner or later. What? 1. I'm not Australian. I'm Hispanic. 2. I don't complain like a 15-year-old that never felt cold before, Aqua says. She flies close to Pond and says what Pond likes to call Aqua's scary yet menacing voice. And where the hell do you get off comparing me to Bunny? I've seen how you both act for the last few hundred years, and there are similarities. Both of you have a huge ego. You both hate the cold. You both get annoyed at Jack. Should I continue? Pond, I am not above turning you into a dragon for a month. Do your worst, Ocean. You know this will just turn into... Before Pond could say another word, she saw Aqua looking down, her face covered in a dim red light. She looks down to see a fire in the village of Clarity. Where did this fire come from? I don't know. Aqua, Pond! Sun and Raven fly over to Aqua and Pond. The fire is spreading. Aqua, summon Jade and Iran. We'll get rainfall. Right. Pond, Sun, and Raven fly down to the village while Aqua flies up to the sky, her body becoming silhouetted out by the light of the moon. She howls like a wolf, loud enough to reach the castle. Iran writes in her book while looking at a pair of scrolls. Her ears then perk up, and she looks outside her window to see a dim red light, a black smoke. She jumps out of her seat and flies out her balcony. Jade walks through the quiet town. Her fur then stands from hearing a howl from the south, and she looks up to see black smoke accompanied by a dim red light. She runs out of the town and heads to the south village. Aqua catches her breath for a second, and then flies down to help the others. Aqua! Aqua stops midway to see Iran and Jade running to the edge of the village. She flies down and says, "There might be villagers trapped in the fire." Jade, help me take out the fire. Iran, get the villagers out of here. Iran ran into the fire and started to cut down the burnt buildings and trees. Jade follows Aqua through the fire as Aqua uses her water to put out the fire. Jade uses her magic to contain a small amount of fire and float it up to the sky. Aqua swiftly flies around the fire and takes it out with her water. Jade and Aqua do this multiple times without rest. Jade runs deeper into the village and covers her head. This isn't working. Aqua flies down and creates a protective barrier. The fire is only going to spread if we keep this up. We need a plan. Aqua looked around to see what she could come up with. A bright blue light glows from Aqua's back. It was her crystal. I have an idea, Aqua says. What is it? If you, Rainfall, Iran, and Sun keep the fire in a singular area, I can lead the fire away from the village. Can you all do it? Yeah. Jade takes out her communicator. Guys, keep the fire in the center of the village. Contain it. Aqua lowers the barrier, and Jade runs into the fire. Aqua flies up to the sky. The others make their way around the village and wait for Jade's signal. Aqua looks down at the village, covered from fire from above. She looks over to Jade and nods her head. Everyone, do it now, Jade shouts. With a deep breath, they all say in unison, Compression harmonics! Multicolor magic surrounds the fire in the village. The magic pushes the fire to the center of the village. The buildings burnt to a crisp. Aqua looks down and takes a deep breath. I respectfully ask to borrow the power of Diana and Constellation this night. She covers her body in water as a way of protection. Luna Spinetas! Aqua spins around in rapid speed, and she heads down to the fire. She flies into the fire and gathers it up into the sky. She opens a portal that leads to Earth, and the portal closes. Where did she go? Rainfall asks in worry. Aqua lifts the fire to the sky and keeps spinning. Once she is high enough from the ground, she makes the fire thin and disperses it into the sky. Aqua falls to the ground and takes a moment to catch her breath, her body experiencing the backlash of her power. She grits her teeth in pain. That fire wasn't normal, Aqua thought, still gritting her teeth. She pushes herself up and looks at her back. Looks like my crystal isn't broken. Irene, my body hurts. Aqua picks herself up and looks around. Something wasn't right. She looks around the area. She looks over to her left and sees a moren beast with 2 red eyes. It couldn't have been a moren beast she and Jane caught before. Aqua took a closer look at the moren beast and saw that it was covered in rock and lava. What? How did an inferno moren beast get on Earth? Before Aqua could walk over to capture it, the moren beast charges at her. Whoa! Aqua jumps out of the way while the moren beast runs away. Oh no, you don't! Jack flies over the town once more before saying, Everything looks good here. Jack then hears a demonic scream from below, and he looks down. He sees Aqua chasing a monster through the town. What the? Jack flies down to catch up with Aqua and asks, Aqua, what's going on? That moren beast isn't supposed to be here. It's going to destroy the town if we don't do something. Jack looks at the moren beast and says, Got it. He flies a bit faster, passing the moren beast and stopping at a good enough distance. What is he doing? Jack gathers all his magic and creates an ice cage. The moren beast gets trapped in the cage. That worked? You make it sound like my ideas are bad, Jack says, sitting on top of the cage. Aqua rolls her eyes and gets into the cage. She uses her powers to keep the moren beast still. Now, where did you come from? Aqua closes her eyes and reads the mind of the moren beast. In her sight, she sees an environment of rock and lava. The next thing she sees is a portal opening before her. The moren beast walks through, and it looks around. The next few memories are a bit blurry, but the last vision she sees is in the South Village, being set on fire. Aqua opens her eyes and says, So you were the one who set the village on fire. And Aqua stepped back and said, I sent you to your destination. Blue magic covers the moren beast, and it disappears. There, that should do it. So, that moren beast came from where? I'm not sure, but wherever it came from, I sent it back. Thank you for helping me, Jack. I need to get back to Narium. Sure thing, Aki. Aqua felt her nerves go up. As Jack quickly flew away, Aqua shouted, Don't call me that! Aqua flew down to the burnt village and ran into the others. Is everyone okay? Yeah, Rainfall said. We got everyone out in time. Are you okay? Sun asked. Your fur is a mess. I'm fine, Aqua said. My injuries are minor. There was an inferno moren beast here. What? How do you know? After I got rid of the fire, I had a run-in with the moren beast from the Magna Plains. Are you sure? Jade asks. Aqua nods her head and says, There's no doubt about it. Something must have happened in the reality in between and the magic reality. The others looked at each other with worry and concern. Me and the others didn't know what would happen next. All that we knew is that our lives would never be the same.